I think personally he's not a man that wants to be popular. He didn't set out to play music for that reason.
Okay.
He's always wanted to play music, but he didn't want to be a front man. He wanted to do great things from behind the scene. So that informed the covering of the face, I believe.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti fi notification button yín tí ẹ ti tẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tó yẹ pé tá bá ṣe ń drop video lẹ ń wò mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín tó yẹ pé ẹ dẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí member arọ́wọ́ yín iná ò ní tán owó yín gbogbo àwọn tọ́rọ́kọ́bọ̀ tẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló ń jẹ́ kí a lè máa rí àwọn ètò wọ̀nyí ṣe ẹ̀yin tí ẹ sì darapọ̀ ẹ̀yin náà mo rọ̀ yín ẹ subscribe sí channel wa ẹ join membership àwọn videos tó jẹ́ pé àti release public tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin máa lóore ọ̀fẹ́ láti wò Délé Adéyanjú lórúkọ tèmi lẹ́nìí mo tún gbàlejò láti òkè òkun náà ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Feyisara Akinwunmi mo lè sọ fún wọn mo ní first question tí màá bí wọn mi bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ dáhùn mi ò tí ì mọ̀ pàráfẹ́ yìí ṣé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá Lágbájá play ṣé wọ́n ẹ sign oath of secrecy wípé ẹ ní reveal àwọn kankan ni.
Ẹ ṣe lótú kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Báwo ló ṣe wá rí kí ló ń pa yín lẹ́rìn.
mo ti wà pé question yẹn máa wá ń jọkàn rí.
Dandan ni.
For me it's toro ohun tí ẹ̀gbọ́n study ó farajọ mọ́ nǹkan tèmi náà study.
Kí ni wọ́n study? Kí ni study?
Marketing management.
Okay.
He has an MBA. I haven't quite gotten an MBA as yet, but you know.
Hey, right, all over the world.
I mean, degree tí mo ṣe tán last year management.
Solution right carry.
And láti dàbí ọgbọ́n.
Okay.
So ṣe mo, and in marketing there's tí o bá lérò fẹ́ láti darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn tó make a decision about a brand. Then you have to keep that as a secret.
Okay.
So yẹn ló inform but when the party wọ́n jọ sí náà mo wà Yaba Tech mo study business administration so.
Báwo lè ṣe pàdé wọn gan?
Fẹ́mi Jẹ́túndé ló introduce me sí wọn.
Okay. Ọ̀rẹ́ lẹ́yìn àti ìwọ̀n Fẹ́mi.
Oh, my best friend. My very
best friend.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good friend. Òun ló pè mí ní school njọ́ yẹn pé ìwọ ọ̀gbẹ́ni tí.
Ẹjọ́ Yaba Tech ni.
Àjọ Yaba Tech ni. Ní ọ̀gbẹ́ni ìwọ tó ṣáà exclusive band ló ṣáà fẹ́ join ẹ̀gbọ́n kan wà ó fẹ́ dá band lẹ̀ the show people might like not only the genre but the person.
Okay.
Pé ẹ̀gbọ́n yàtọ̀ sí gbogbo àwọn band leaders tó ń mọ around wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ band.
Ṣé wọ́n sì di Lágbájá ń gbà yẹn?
Because I mean the first recruit.
Fún Lágbájá.
Wọ́n tẹ̀tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ music wọ́n gbà yẹn.
Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ music. Bọ́lá ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ gbà yẹn.
I think iṣẹ́ wọn gbà yẹn wọ́n máa ń ṣe jingles wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń ṣe branding wọ́n máa ń design billboards.
Okay.
Àwọn organizations so I mean tí bá ní wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ music ṣe bí wọ́n ti play music wọ́n ti play music but as a band as Lagbaja the whole thing started with me so Femi introduced me on the law fún audition like I said in the last interview and èmi àti Kunle Sticks ni wọ́n pè fún auditioning yẹn and like I said mo rí Kunle bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní wọ́n wá waste time mi ni o.
Ṣé Kunle Sticks yẹn gbóná gan?
Ó ń lu ìlù sá.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń lu ìlù ẹ̀ sọ pé yóò ń lu ìlù sá.
Ṣe rí gbogbo bí táwa ti kọ́ṣẹ́ you are never in competition with anybody.
Okay.
The only person you should be in competition with is yourself. So, and I'm always very happy to say the next person is better than me.
Okay.
Otologo shwa. So somebody's good, they're good. So I'm already calling I can't waste time in me. Peer me up, I look Kunle Sticks.
Kunle Sticks in play for
he was just sessioning like most of us all over the place.
I want to play some record and when
maybe I don't know. As at that time, maybe I'm not sure.
But for you, sharing to place in records and
I think I have.
And what artist too?
The artist is not to be,
before Lagbaja.
For Lagbaja, I think there was a YK Jawos project.
Okay. You won't be. Okay.
It's a drums.
Shaking shit. Tabaron in the share, oh, yeah, coffee to more. Yeah, would.
I think it was around 1986, 87.
Oh, no,
you know, and a few other church albums. I think, the album, The Apostolic Church, Agege.
Okay.
You know, and I also played with Ayewa, but I didn't play in his album.
Okay.
You know,
Ayewa.
I was a drummer with them
for a long time.
You know, maybe a period of 2 years.
Okay.
Go period enough between 87 and 88.
Okay.
You know, I guess because I was young and
okay.
You know, so and those are the ones I remember in terms of studio recording.
All right. So
auditioning was at Archbishop Vinyl Adugbo in the GRMB.
Okay.
You know, Monica did 9 by 8:45 with one man. You know.
Sticks. Okay. But drums, you can't one join.
Yeah. What is set drums?
So in mélòó So born the testing.
So I guess she Mokolu Nabe Kunle o play. And then he came in play.
Kò sí any other thing they play sí?
No.
Kò sí metronome, kò sí kankan?
No, metronome I want the privilege, you know. So what can I play? So I ṣe nǹkan tí mo lè ṣe. Ade lole. But tí mo fi bẹ̀lẹ̀, tí mo dé Ìkẹjà under the bridge mo pé time wasting gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ṣe ń bí was ọ̀gbẹ́ni tèmi bá ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Ala ṣe máa ló máa get iṣẹ́ possible. So it was a pleasant shock. But on ránṣẹ́ pé mi ni wọ́n fẹ́ for the job. Okay. You know. Mo lè láti bí lọ́wọ́ wọn pé why?
Okay, because if you're not very big, why to get any choice?
Well, Kunle. So only obviously, technically, Kunle was much better.
Okay. What's up for you?
What's up?
Okay.
Only but at the bẹ̀rẹ̀ day, I want to tick box. Nítorí pé mo tètè dé.
Okay.
I want to tick. Audition ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Okay.
Okay. Wọ́n nígbà táwọn ní ká play. Pé ìgbà tí Kunle play was box standard, something he has learned and was fantastic. Right on the money. A man you know, we're clean. Who I think we want to give a play. He could tell that I haven't learned anything from anywhere.
Okay.
But as I was playing, I was creating along. It wasn't something he's heard before.
Okay.
He was like, oh, and he said he was looking for somebody that would not come with something standard into the band, that is prepared to explore and create as it goes along. You know, think outside of the box. I was very impressed with myself. You know, so and other things, you know. So and that moment changed my life forever. Forever. Because I was young. Anything about body age, important.
Around that time, can age?
That was 1989. I was 18.
Okay.
I was 18. So, I know what I tech. When the tune by, and for somebody to interview me for a music job, and quite a number of things that were ticked off, had nothing to do really with music, and that is how I recruit up to today.
Okay.
So it's always Omoluabi first before the talent. You know, anybody can play, but I don't just want them to bono. I le konyo ko bono, but I le konyo ko Omoluabi. You know, so.
Àtọ́wá pé juju band lè lọ play fún. Kò likely kí wọ́n wo àwọn criteria.
Àwọn tí ẹni wò ni. Ó gbóná nìkan ni.
Okay.
Because that is what works for them.
Now, as at 89, àwọn wo ni popular or àwọn wo ni drummers tó jẹ́ pé and look up to, or tí wọ́n jẹ́ big names then wo pé wọ́n máa ń play máa fẹ́ gbọ́.
orúkọ gbọ́dọ̀ sápá mi lórí o.
Àmín.
Big uncle kan àwọn Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n ṣì wà láyé. Àwọn ló ń lu drums from Bogo Ezekwe. Maybe you can remember his name. He's very active on Facebook too. Even though he's well into his 70s, maybe 80 now.
Okay.
Drums on àkọ́kọ́ máa ń gbọ́ nínú recording. Then and he did a lot of sessions then too.
Ṣé Yorùbá ni wọ́n?
Not like Benin, but ọgbẹ́ Èkó.
Okay. I'll find out orúkọ wọn. The other phone.
My wife is my uncle.
I'll try that to remember.
He's my favorite uncle. He loves me too. Okay. So I'm sorry that So I don't know the drums record Uncle Abone.
Okay.
Celestial Angels.
Because when we Baba Abone play trumpet from Bongo Ezekwe.
Yeah, I think so. So but also album to no Uncle in all the drums. So drums like album really might call something that was very different from the regular high life. One playing by churches around Lagos then. Richard Cole.
Okay.
Richard Cole.
He's still very much around.
Papa Richie, yes.
Okay.
Well into his late 70s now, I believe.
Okay.
Very fluent on the drums. Ṣé àwọn pẹ́gbà kò sórí ọ̀fẹ́ fídíò kò sórí ọ̀fẹ́ tẹ́ẹ̀bá physically lọ́wọ́ yọ̀n tó ti ń play. So he was one of the very few drummers around I looked up to play like them until mo pàdé. Then Uncle, I don't want names to fail me. My big one, our producer Shina Peters is
Uncle
Alu.
Akintobi.
Yes. I know Lori drums. Jazz, everything. These are people, because for me then it wasn't just, again, even naturally, your attitude matters to me, even as a young person then. So if you are bono but your attitude is not very nice, I don't really want to be like you.
Okay.
I'd rather be like somebody that, they come off their talent and they're really down to earth. That works for me a lot till now.
Okay.
So yeah, Papa Richie, Uncle Alu Akins, those were the drummers I looked up to until. Now,
I want to dárúkọ yìí, style of music wọn kò ń ṣe the Yoruba.
Not necessarily.
No. Ní either Juju Fuji, àwọn wo ni ṣé rí kò ní sí drummer kankan tẹ́ ń wo pé nǹkan tí àwọn ilé ìgbà.
Uncle Abbas, Abariko. I know all Americans. In fact, when it comes to sessions to one nígbà yẹn, I know one place, record Orlando. I know one place, Mole Ayo.
Okay.
In fact, I think he was sleeping in Decca. Nigga, big uncle. Yeah, one year. Tabale she chops on Shingba at he arrived.
Okay.
And it's still a fantastic. It's in America. I'm sure well into his late 70s now. And Uncle Ituno Abariko.
Okay.
For the select genre, the Aladra genre, I want our mood. We like to learn that genre from him.
Okay.
And the way he locked down the grooves. Okay. Yes.
Now, as at 1989,
yes.
Tani, Boda, Femi, or just an play for.
As at 1989, he's worked with a lot of artists as at then. I think he worked with Onyeka Owenu. If I'm not wrong, maybe Alexito. He was involved wide range of musicians from pop to juju. Juju was part of the creation of Afro Juju style.
Okay.
Was very much involved with Shina Peters. He was everywhere. So
now, why didn't you want to work with Morocco Techno? Anyone sọ pé irú àwọn band tẹ́ fẹ́ play fún irú Lagbaja. Now, ẹ sọ pé ó ní òyìnbó kan tẹ́ lò.
Òyìnbó ẹ̀ ti sá lọ.
Ẹni wọ́n sọ pé Fèyí wọlé ló fẹ́ play fún àwọn kíní kan band. Pé okay, there is a new band. Pé eléyìí yàtọ̀. Ẹ put ẹ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi.
Yes.
Why it's a play for maybe a juju band?
I did play for a juju band.
On stage?
Oh, yes.
Tale play for?
But Shegun Immaculate. That was my very first ever juju gig.
Okay.
That I got. And I played with him for a while. Shegun Immaculate was Dayo Kujore's former guitarist. Count to Beretimo.
So that was before 89, have you?
Oh, that was
so
86.
So I think play at age 15, 16?
Yeah, definitely. From age 14.
14?
Yeah.
They didn't play drums?
Yes.
Professionally?
Yeah, we are Tangbo. I guess when you earn money.
Professional.
Ben, 85. You know, but Shegun Immaculate, I enjoyed every minute with that band. My mother was there. But Santos, you know, we generally had a laugh all the time.
Style will I won't play.
Jujuni. Dayo Kujore style.
Style.
Yes. Dayo Kujore style.
Bonowa.
Oh, Americans.
The Maurice do about America.
You know, I got one call ye. You know, so I'd play. So I guess at the time, see opening any of those bands,
Okay.
But again, Femi understood what I was looking for. I was clear about what I was looking for. I think mommy wa to real teacher, she was also particular about who I go and play with or work with. So that mattered. And whatever that matter for me, not matter for me, for peace. And it's worked for me till date.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
I also played with a band around those 88, 89 called Webisco. Webisco. They were based in Sule.
Okay.
Hosanna, hallelujah, you know, sorry about the voice. You know, so it was a gospel band. One of the very few bands, once you cover and buy any.
Okay. Cover to thank you repertoire.
Yes. You know, so I play gospel. Later, the difference then was that they had 3 singers for the different genres.
Okay.
So, you know, it was quite an experience working with that band too. I learned a lot.
Couldn't see popular my swing purple?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think swing
purple. Okay.
So I think swing purple became popular in the early 90s.
Okay.
Or maybe mid 90s, you know. So you know.
All right. So I was excited. Lagbaja school.
Yes.
Kini style of music ti Lagbaja. Lagbaja she wants to be a colors band.
Again, so what was established by minimal drum. So
in the first recruit. Okay. So how she recruit musicians to cook? Yes.
Oh yes, I helped recruit the rest of the band. So I just went into you know my sphere of influence. The lots of Bama you know, so Michael Adekoya was a drummer then with Imolayo.
Okay.
And I met him. Not enjoy Pencil Man music, but yeah.
Pencil Man.
Michael, band come wow. A drummer already, but I'm going to only play percussion. Show me mind. Show me see as a lesser.
I want them play drums.
Oh, drummer.
Okay.
Fantastic drummer. You know, show me see as a lesser role. And you know, so Moshe Kuto guitarist now, a brother called Nihimenia.
Okay.
Originally a bass player, but I need guitarist. Timothy come and play 6 strings. No, I went to speak to him. I don't know what really I do. Why not? Why not she join band? You know, our first bass player was not recruited by myself, as it were. Soji Enigboko, he's based in South Africa now.
Okay.
You know, as a keyboardist, he's a bass player. I played for a while, but after a while, I had to move on. My who's another friend of mine.
Okay.
Sheya Folabi, not play bass, but the talking drummer was Lagbaja did the recruiting himself.
Okay. But it's a man journal. It's a man got an audition. How many talking drummers now? No invite.
It was just him.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, just one. And then later, Mr. Muriwa Muaburuewa, unfortunately. Lubiomili, and then I think later another gentleman, he's late too now, sadly. Please that's how we started Colors.
So you started Colors with, that was the first band?
First band was Colors.
Okay. Colors band. She Colors band ni Sonny Neji to join me.
Yes.
Was he a full-time member of?
No. He came in, he always he was always invited for gigs.
Okay.
So that was any special gigs.
Like kilo special, or what's a special gig?
Well, because we didn't have a lead singer per se. Okay, I rewind a bit. Inca Davis was part of our first recordings. We recorded quite a few songs by her. So she was kind of part of the band. But anytime we needed a male voice, Sonny Neji Lama.
She Uncle Bisade for one working for him.
What's he recording? Feel the
according before then?
Not at all.
She won't believe what they call him.
But I won't believe how they call him. Todi, Toba calling just a man. Won't take once in town. You want copy. The one copy I want in Ponku sticks fairy.
So, Ojo, what have you?
And yes, so but I've had one share tí ó dẹ̀ dín pé àwọn olórin tèmi mo rántí pé mo pe gentleman kan wá ń gbà láti The Cross, fantastic worship leader, great voice. I think was a Warri gentleman. I can't remember his name now. It's been a very long time. But ó gbà àwọn orin yẹn mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ but àwọn lọ́lọ́ Fèyí, I like everything I saw, but it's not really for me. By Pentecostal, okay. So I wasn't too sure whether playing secular music was the right thing to do alongside playing in church. Even though I convinced him, look, I still play in church. It doesn't matter. But, but in the law, and the shaman sessions, so she started to lead voice. But I'm going to say, I'm talking in front of you. I correct him. Uncle, what was it? What's it called?
Statements go being recorded.
I know
Riaza, okay. Why it's one Jackie Sonny Neji play? Why join band fully?
Lagbaja has an amazing skill of finding out from you what your plans are for the next 5-10 years.
Okay.
So if he knew Sonny Neji was going to do his own thing.
Okay. But so at that time he has not started.
He hasn't.
Okay.
Well, he's been singing, but nothing of his personal work that has been put out there. So, so there was no point wasting Sonny Neji's time and our time saying, come and sing on our album, because we were new and we were creating a new identity. So that's why he didn't want Sonny Neji to, I believe.
Now, Colors Band at that time was more of a jazz band.
Jazz high life.
Jazz high life. She jazz as a high life, so popular at that time because Juju. It was a moment of the new wave of Juju music.
Yes,
and even Fuji was doing well.
Oh yeah, very well. What we started to do then, because we used to play jazz classics, bebops, which wasn't very common then. I think Uncle Kubo's Jazz 38 was the only place where you could go and listen to proper, not funk jazz, but bebop jazz. So that's what we were playing. And then we would go into different genre, but our bread and butter, jazz at all. we'll play Anita Baker, we'll play. So really and truly, we were one of the first bands to play covers, you know. So Onitioyi, Tabanit voices, I might either get Inka Davis or Sonny Miji or another lady that's also now in America called Ebony.
Okay.
She was very much part of the band. You know, she was more regular when she started with the band than Sonny Miji or Inka Davis.
Okay.
You know, but mostly when we went out as colors, like you rightly said, we played jazz, we played funk, played different genre, you know, and jazz.
Now, you run events with Lemang Long by as colors band, social events, corporate or club events, last one.
Mostly corporate.
Okay.
And we did quite a few on your birthdays. In Gadimon, Nikoyi.
Okay.
Those kind of.
So high profile and play.
Very high profile.
Very high profile.
Because the money also reflected that it was very high profile then.
Okay.
You know, what I'm going by, Tama Shishe 3 hours max. Timba Dodo and Remy, don't play juju, don't play for 8 hours. And that's what that genre requires. I'm not saying that is bad. I would earn easily 3 times their money from just playing 2 hours or 3 hours. Yeah. You know, so they were very high profile jobs. And I guess our leader attracted that kind of clientele.
Because of his experience and the work.
Education and his friends. Okay. That really worked for us.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
All right. At Colors Band.
Yes.
Album Canada release, have you singles?
Actually, a lot of songs.
Okay.
So yes, album Canada release came to Kuro.
Ketokuro. So one beer Lagbaja Ketokuro.
Yes. Tabajadi. Tubadi we were a fair play be high life to Nigogon. We were called Lagbaja.
Okay.
And then I would sing.
Okay.
And Michael, my friend, will play the drums.
But beside the Logunde, on
sax.
On the corner, no.
What here, corner?
So, what is the difference between Colors Band and Lagbaja?
Lagbaja is more talking drum, percussion with the usual rhythm section. You know, so more of Nigerian music, as it were. You know, tumba.
Okay.
To the high life, you know, but Colors was jazz, playing sort of foreign genre.
Clarity of Colors, as in Colors not play tumba, should be cover band.
But if I break it up, you know.
Marketing strategy, don't you?
Yeah. You know. You know, so I guess that's how Lagbaja himself saw the vision. And that's how we executed, and it was very well executed. So,
a play Pelu at the Colors at Lagbaja for how long?
3 years.
3.
I'll say 4 years. Because
okay.
89 I was a band. Up until 93 to band.
Ibele Wadet Jade School.
Oh yes.
School in Yaba.
Yes.
Okay. A record Pelu Colors Band. And then she talk more.
Yes.
A record Pelu Lagbaja at the same time.
Oh yeah. It was all the same band.
The same set of people.
So yeah, it's the same band.
But different songs.
Different
styles.
Different flavors. Yes.
Okay. Key the first song there record Pelu Lagbaja. Or till Lagbaja record. Now referring to Lagbaja, the band, not the personality, the masked musician.
Interesting. That's interesting. It's been a very long time. She campus ni abi o wo Sokoto o wo Buba o ni Kinkalo.
Couldn't you side by side?
Like side by side. Side by side ni. O wo Sokoto.
Side by side.
Yes, was on a pota se ngba e.
Okay.
A kan wa nse àwọn yen ni. Later agba tó fẹ́ release album lọ wá kọ àwọn kopo. Pele ni Colors. Kọ àwọn kopo. Ele ni.
Okay. Now mo béèrè question kan.
Yes.
Lọ́wọ́ yín nígbà tá kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ online.
Yes.
Ní 2 years ago.
Yes.
Mo ní ṣé ó ní orin kan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe tí that word Yẹrin Beto tó hàn bẹ́ẹ̀? Like a song centered around Beatles, Yẹrin Beto.
I cannot remember.
Okay.
I cannot remember.
Ta ló máa ń compose fún Lagbaja? I want to talk about, before I focus on Lagbaja, it's not Colours Band. Ta ló máa ń compose àwọn orin?
Lagbaja ni.
Fúnra wọn.
Yeah. Àwọn ni. Composition personified. He's a great writer. Great writer. And I picked up a lot from him as well. Be gentleman, kan ṣe ń ṣeré ń bílẹ̀ nǹkan. Wọ́n ti ń kọrin lọ ní àwọn. In fact, wọ́n ní bó ṣe sọ yẹn ló ṣe máa sọ sínú album.
Bó ṣe sọ yẹn lọ.
Báwọn tún ṣe mad tó ní ẹ̀. Wọ́n á kàn sọ̀rọ̀ kan náà ní àfẹ́ yóò máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máa sọ sínú àwọn ọkọ̀ ilé ìfọ̀ máa sọ.
Okay. Iṣẹ́ wo lẹ ṣe tí wọ́n sọ pé inú toilet ni wọ́n fa microphone lọ́tọ́ ti lọ sọ̀rọ̀ nítorí pé kó lè fún wọn ní effect tí wọ́n fẹ́ kó ní?
Hey!
Ṣé ẹ rántí? Wọ́n ní ilé wọn náà ti record.
Okay.
Wọ́n wá fa microphone lọ sínú toilet wọ́n wá lọ kó lè ní that same effect tí wọ́n fẹ́. Lára àwọn tracks wà ní ìwà mọ̀ bóyá mi ìmọ̀ ètò jẹ́ náà.
Okay. Wow. Mi ò rántí.
Okay.
Mi ò rántí.
Mo ṣọ́pọ̀ àwọn kan máa mọ̀ wá kọ́ sí kọ́mẹ́sì. Ọ̀kan pè yín after pa àṣẹ ìrántí ní track bye.
Mo sure.
So wọ́n great gan.
Tí wọ́n bá bọ́ sórí desk kí àwọn báńdì yẹn kíra wọn kú oríire sorry.
Tí wọ́n bá bọ́ sórí desk.
As in console.
Okay.
Báńdì ń ṣe kí wọ́n bá fẹ́ mix.
So àwọn náà mix fún wọn.
Okay, for example, there was a time so every Friday night, time playing jazz at all, which was bread and butter, and Allen by Tabati guest artist. Woman reinforce musical instruments to reflect the personality tabakwe. So just Femi Kuti wa alogba irinṣẹ́ boda Ṣẹ́gun Awẹ́njọ́ yẹn.
Okay.
For backstage.
Stage Ṣẹ́gun Awẹ́ àbí? Everything.
Me ti amo be stage ti but you know.
Equipment Ṣẹ́gun Awẹ́ heavy gan ma.
Yeah. O le jù. So uncle wa bọ́ sórí Lagbaja fún ẹ ló wá bọ́ sórí desk njo yẹn. Ma ta parí láàárọ̀ mo wá ń bi lọ gba àwa tá jẹ́ regular house band clarity sound so oni Fẹ́mi Kuti leleyi. You know, they to increase over so it's got to sound a lot better, you know. But he's a sound guru, a native. Yeah. Mangba mix can you, and things have improved a lot, juju wise. But if I ever mix juju album for you, you know, run your little biru. If I allow Lucas, but mix everything clear. Go be 15.
Add
lot. Bottom end they need disturb need kò ní disturb no mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún moda.
As at now kí ni age o ma tó?
Èmi ò mọ̀.
Ẹ mọ̀ mo ti sọ fún yín pé ẹ ti sign oath of secrecy.
Wọ́n ṣáà jù mí lọ 21 dẹ̀ lè mi so
21 ni
so bí i 31.
21 ni bọ̀ 89 yẹn wà ní 80.
Calculation lẹ̀.
Okay now all right ẹ jẹ́ ká continue mo kàn mú background wa ni.
Ó yé mi.
Mo ṣe ń bọ̀ lórí àwọn kan mi. Okay ẹ play pẹ̀lú wọn for 4 years. Ṣé Paul play that role was he ever a part of Lagbaja or?
Kì í ṣe gbàtẹ́ mu àbẹ̀.
Okay.
Gbàtẹ́ mu àbẹ̀.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Àwọn artist tó lè tún rántí pé maybe wọ́n wá bí wọ́n ṣe projects kankan pẹ̀lú yín yàtọ̀ sí ẹ ti mention Yinka Davis.
Yes.
Ẹ ti mention Sonny Neji.
Àti Ebony Olaoye all America.
Sonny Neji Colours Band àwọn bá ṣiṣẹ́ kan not Lagbaja.
Yeah, mostly. Okay. Well, again, we were one band, but we had 2 names, depending on what we play.
Okay.
When we go out.
At what point ni wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní na mo ń direct àwọn questions nípa Lagbaja sí tó mọ̀ pa a lè má rí Lagbaja.
Okay.
At what point wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní not decide kí náà sọ fún yín gbàtàn wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní cover ojú àbí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí cover ojú láti gba Colours.
Not at all. I think the idea of.
Àbí tó rí pé wọ́n ti rí pé ẹ̀yin sọ fún wọn pé wọn ọmọ orin kọ so káṣíìrì máa wà tún náà ṣe cover ojú.
Not at all. Okay. Not at all. I think the whole idea of covering his face, I'm going to answer that question from what I think from a personal point of view.
Okay.
Even gbàtọ́ tí ìbòjú wọ́n máa ń ṣe kí nìkan tó máa ń yà mí lẹ́nu tó máa ń jọ mí lójú tí àwọn èèyàn bá approach band can we speak to your band leader wọ́n kàn dẹ̀dẹ̀ wọ́n sí mi màá ní uncle ẹ̀ no ọba àwọn sọ̀rọ̀. So he was a person that understood what he wanted from music from earlier on. He didn't want to be a famous face.
Okay.
That's not why he wanted to play. He just wanted to impact people with his music. So he didn't want to be treated like a superstar. Yes, sir. He didn't want all those perks, as it were. So, from Kotoma Bujura, and I'm talking, play from there, top party. Speak to them, which improved and helped my confidence.
Okay.
Even from then on how to speak with clients and stuff like that. So yeah. So I think personally he's not a man that wants to be popular. He didn't set out to play music for that reason.
Okay.
He's always wanted to play music, but he didn't want to be a front man. He wanted to do great things from behind the scene. So that informed the covering of the face, I believe. That's
opinions in it.
Yeah. In fact, there was a conversation I had with him before I left. If I didn't leave, I would have been under the mask. Because he man current about daddy as Lagbaja.
Okay.
So anybody could have been under the mask.
Okay.
Which again is still along the same line. So you don't know who is Lagbaja really. That's not what we want you to focus on. We want to focus on the music.
Okay.
So because like I think 95 no press boju.
Okay.
No press boju. As Lagbaja on daddy. And I left 93.
But she album she Lagbaja non-title album don't you call side by side?
Side by side.
Campus one
Campus.
Nigeria local one album then mo de rántí ogun àwọn orin gbà kan but torí pa wa nbi so as at that time album me jáde nígbà tẹ́ wọ́n
colors ko jáde lẹ́yìn tí mo lọ ní colors jáde
ti lọ ní colors jáde
shortly after tí mo lọ ní colors jáde I mean be a year after.
Okay.
What mix one.
Okay. Now ṣé ẹ mọ̀ gbà tí wọ́n produce Sandoka.
Àjọ wà ńbẹ̀ ni tí mo kọ́kọ́ bó ṣe ń compose percussion ṣáàjẹ́ ni.
A composer percussion.
Èmi kan mo compose we learn from Lagbaja compose gbogbo ìlú tó wà nù Sandoka. Mo sì rí akọ̀wé tó ń sọ ìbò tó lọ sí Ifẹ̀ tó sọ fluently tó bá onífújì compose ìjìnlẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ibẹ̀ ni mo ti gba blessing. Ètò ẹ̀gbọ́n ilé ṣe náà lè ṣe nìyẹn. So I started learning that. Látòkè délẹ̀, of course òun ló lórin bá rẹ̀ arrange orin gbélé síbi gbé yẹn síbi. Sandoka, there was a voice that said yo. Èmi ni mo sọ yo yẹn.
Okay.
Because nínú album wa èmi ni mo mú ìkírà wá.
That chant ìkírà o. Àwọn náà sọ ìkírà. Ẹ̀yin wá but ẹ̀yin lókè ilé mú ẹ̀jẹ̀ àyẹ̀wò.
Gbogbo láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ lókun because a man sọ Yaba Tech gbà yẹn.
Okay.
N ta fi popular Yaba Tech because I was a PRO.
Student
unionism. I was a PRO of my association, of my department.
Okay.
Business Administration and Management Students Association. So gbogbo àwọn kan ta fi ń rọ wọn gbà yẹn ní school. So mo mú yẹn wá yẹn dẹ̀ wọlé. So àwọn náà lọ sí Sandoka nídìí kankan tí ó wà Fuji like tó kàn tó máa jẹ́ káwọn àwọn alákọ̀wé kankan wòyìn bá nǹkan tó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn láìkẹ̀kẹ́ so mo sọ yóò.
Ẹ̀kan sọ́nà ni out of nowhere.
Kàn wá tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wá nìyẹn táwọn idea àti ẹ̀ máa ń wá táwọn ọ̀run máa ń gbé wá. So yeah. So that was a wonderful experience for me to be there to see somebody playing a totally different genre, and this great man helped arranged, recomposed some of the songs, and composed the drum riffs. Amazing.
Apart from Sandoka, yes, artists will not to discover between their school about shit.
I think that was the only one. Came to Crowley.
Okay.
Came to Crowley. What I know is that a lot of his, well, don't let me say a lot. I know Femi Kuti used to come for advice then.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. I did to need Loyamo Europe or their work. I overheard that conversation one day. But the Femi Kuti Oreno.
Okay.
But Femi Kuti uncle, and you tea popular. And then fellow me and those popular already. Some fun idea like this. Mashallah, if only to borrow no kojo line dara. Only no dara. That for me that was another life lesson. It's go easier for you to buy the popular. That's for you like in fact only my friend advice to dangajia koncha fun ni koncha. But what to tea popular. To reckon that popular. To them they one if you there. To the fly on nuggets to Magbi's okay. See, I learned a lot from that.
Yeah, when we're close more Fela.
Fela is a different generation, but I'm sure. Because music more tailor after Fela's music.
Charlie, so the same genre of music not play.
Oh yes, Fela will inspire.
But taba gbọ́ àwọn orin Lagbaja ó yàtọ̀ so a lè sọ pé a lè sọ pé Ṣeun Kuti nǹkan bí Fela Fẹ́mi tún yàtọ̀ díẹ̀ but Lagbaja yẹn yàtọ̀ pátápátá.
Yeah, but the influence of Fela's Afro music is very evident in his music.
As a band, ẹ ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ Fela láti pay homage tó ṣẹlẹ̀ rí àbí Fela wá wo show yín àbí nǹkan.
Lórí ọ̀fẹ́ yẹn, but èmi àti Fẹ́mi máa ń lọ sí Pebble Street nígbà yẹn ní Ìkẹjà. Àwọn aláwo Fela, àgbà mi tàwa parí show láàárọ̀ àbí ní Friday, a máa ń lọ shrine.
Ẹ meet wọn.
Mi ò ever lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti meet wọn.
Ẹ̀kọ́ máa ń wọ̀ wọ́n ní.
Ọlọ́kan ni pé àbàmì ẹ̀dá ẹ̀rù tí a máa ń bà mí láti súnmọ́ wọn. He had a lot of glory around him. Was an amazing great man. Yeah, Fela. Okay. So but I watched him perform. Okay. Just to learn on him. Kò sí orí ọ̀fẹ́ tá ní sìn jókòó sílé ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹnìkan lórí phone. Láti physically lọ round. So yes.
All right. I haven't learned a lot. Now nǹkan tẹ́ sọ. 94 ẹlẹ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀.
93.
93.
Yes.
Kí ló gbé yín kúrò ńbẹ̀?
Mo lọ sílùú òyìnbó láti lọ join ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, and primarily to take what I believe then was a fresh energy that I had when I was young to join his band and hopefully with that energy and whatever energy they had on ground then take the band to the next level.
That is his band?
Yes.
Okay. That was the original plan. Okay.
That was the primary reason for leaving Nigeria.
Now, but the plan should love it. But in London, àwọn artists who le ban in London don't play juju music.
Don't play juju music.
Oh, again, so pé àwọn Nigerian artists tó ló ti wà ní London not to establish, don't play music. Not necessarily juju.
Yeah, okay, don't play music. But Antori information were readily accessible as it is now. There weren't any Nigerian band. To get band.
Okay.
Maybe an artist that has done well as a musician in Nigeria. Maybe they were singing in church. Now as a choir leader or something, maybe. Okay. But not an established band. But, there was a Fuji musician. His name is there's a Fuji gentleman
in London.
Not in current. I'm Fuji man. But what day ẹ̀gbọ́n mi nìkan ló ń kọ jùjú gbà yẹn.
Okay.
So everybody else might have had the vision and dream to have a band, but they didn't quite have they did not have the push to set out from church and say, we are a band.
Okay. How long were you going?
From 93 to 97.
4 years again?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't plan that it was going to be 4 years, but yeah.
Okay, I planned from October.
I didn't even plan any sort of time, but it just so happened that 97 I started mine.
Your band?
Yes.
Okay. But the band, did you you started something close to what Lagbaja was doing?
Yes, I started something close to what Lagbaja was doing.
So can you genre thing, man?
Jazz, high life.
So popular in London?
Well, my band was very popular then because it was something new and fresh.
Okay.
So I'll be on the drums. I had a bass player, a guitarist, a percussionist, no talking drum.
Okay.
So after a while, getting busier, people now call me and say, Fey, you can sing now. Because it's you we want. Again, I have set up myself in a way where people see my personality first before my talent. Again, I studied marketing, so, I knew what I was doing. So once people can buy you, they buy anything you sell. So people say, look, I'm not a singer like that. No, you can sing from, sing. We want you to sing, get a talking drum with your band. It's you that we want. We should get a talking drum and more calling from the drums. So I will set up the drums in a way where it's adjacent to the band in front, put the mic there so that it's obvious that I'm the band leader. And then I kicked off big time.
How easy is it for... Because I see it a lot of times. People are on the drums and they are singing. If I like singing, think about the drums, go rubbish, man. I'm easy.
I think there's nothing too difficult and there's nothing too easy. I think it's about how you set out on achieving that goal. So the first thing is to say, I want to do this and I can do it. And then you learn.
Was it easy immediately? For
me, it was easy because I was already singing. Even in my brother's band, I was backing and playing drums.
Okay.
So, it was already a natural thing. So now I just have to lead. And leading was much easier than backing up, I think.
Okay.
With the drums. Because I'll just lead. I would, ad-lipping leader, I'll call anything, chorus lati. So I found it very easy. Okay. And I did that for a good few years.
That style?
That style. I'm calling from the drums.
For like how long? So
97 to 2001.
Another 4 years.
It's amazing that it's 444. I didn't even think about it like that. So Lagbaja wa sí London for the first time. All this while I was still gigging as a drummer.
Okay.
With other bands. One can shall play drums. Question genre tí wọ́n kọrin tó fi ń play drums ṣe jùjú ni and high life kì í ṣe bí àwọn pop tó yẹ pé by 45 minutes ẹ ti round it up and it's not good for your back.
Okay.
You cannot sustain that for a very long period of time. Why don't you get a very strong drummer, get up your drums and sing, and you're already an engager, you can entertain. Get a drummer that will not be afraid to play with you because you're already a drummer too. And that was another game changer. And it's amazing they had to take Lagbaja to come again and inject that into what I was doing in 2001. And that took it to another level.
Can drummer to engage in my?
I think I used quite a few drummers. Brother Remy Konje, Eric Adiogun, no play pẹ̀lú mi. anything more around. I used quite a number of drummers, you know. But yeah. And that was like, you became a sensation, something to talk about, you know. And it didn't take me very long to master sort of having to forget that I'm not playing drums. I need to move around, I need to engage. And I found it very easy.
Okay.
You know. And that's how I became an entertainer. Don't call me Entertainer Feyisara.
Entertainer.
Feyisara.
Now, when you entertain, kini kote manche. KSA is an entertainer.
Yes.
She only band boys she does an entertainer. Kini kote yinche. Kini kote masabashi.
I would generally I bring in current social affairs. Koto nba my breast wa know. Only jenga kan ton lọ́wọ́. News my conference if you quarantine me. Be awada mon kankan. You know, I could see somebody walk across the dance floor while touching corner. What you do? I can't pick on the shoes. Only delay. My dad describe it to walk. Not them more. No, I do. I you know, making eye contact, and I go into the crowd.
Okay.
You know, when they come onto the dance floor, I mean, because sometimes, you know, apart from young king or direct, you know. There's a way I sort of go into the crowd without being in their faces, as it were, you know. And I get them going. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what country you're from or what age group you belong to. I'll get you dancing. I will engage you.
Okay.
You know.
So Juju and play, man.
I'll say Juju high life. Say Juju high life. I love Shina Peters a lot. So I started singing like him.
Okay.
And after a while, somebody told me, you know, you're not sounding like Shina Peters anymore. You're sounding like yourself now. I said, oh, really? I said, oh, that's good.
So, yeah, and you usually like to sound the Shina Peters?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
In fact, when people call me then, oh, what sort of style do you play? But I got this video that is okay, what video? And yeah, I sing a lot like Shina Peters. And okay, good. So, no, I said, issue. No, lo ma kọ́kọ́ copy. Go to master. Yeah. So yeah. It's always an honor to sing it. So I loved. I want to mori. Tí mo gbọ́ music on gba tí is jáde tí mo gbé. Instrumentalist lo kọrin báyìí. That means I can sing as well. You know, and that was a big encouragement for quite a number of us that joining by Shina Peters was an encouragement. You know, and yeah. So after a while, I went, yeah, oh, they sound like, yeah, there are hints here and there of such, but you sound more like yourself now. Good follow on, look wrong by, you know. So yeah.
Now, away from Nigeria, as you travel, I mean, when you miles to J, or see UK, how easy is it for you to get instrumentalists, musicians that help you or that join banding? Then, did they take you serious from the start?
I'll answer that first. Yes, they did.
Okay.
Because Batemi D song, the word went round.
The world?
The word.
Word, okay.
Yeah. Bro. Yeah. You know, what's your deal? And when Lukisa. So I was gigging. In fact, gigs the punch.
How would they play for me?
Mostly churches.
Okay. Not Juju.
Band me, I want to come band.
Okay.
But church chorus and church recordings.
I want them and conscious.
In fact, I want a lot of churches in my album just because I was around and a few other of my friends too were around. One can take advantage. Yeah. CCC Elephant and Castle Parish, Drums, or Edward Parish, Covenant Parish, drums and album, you know, I can session, Lord, and then he called it as they were you know. So when I now started, and then Timbade become me, I did the boss with drums. I need to be 50 15 minutes láti reset drum, which was a bit irritating for a lot of people. Àníkọ̀gbẹ̀ ní kàn lulẹ̀ wo ni wàhálà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe hi-hat mọ́ bó ṣe kọ́ à ń ṣe.
Clement set. Ṣe placement ẹ̀ ní àbí?
Placement snare láti jókòó bákan so that bá ṣe máa strike stick nǹkan tó kọ wà ní unfortunately kò sit well pẹ̀lú àwọn because they were not professionals. You know, àbí kí n dé church kan kí ni ṣe ẹ̀ ní drum monitor ní wọ́n ní drum monitor kẹ̀ ẹni tó ń kọrin gan ṣì ní monitor ní bọ̀bọ̀ ètò fẹ́ lù.
Kí ni drum monitor?
As in monitor or speaker.
Okay. Fún
mi feedback yes àgbọ̀ tèmi. And tó ń lead gan ṣì ń struggle láti get monitor wọn ọ̀gbẹ́ni wàhálà ẹ̀pọ̀ tó fẹ́ lù àbò fẹ́ lù, you know. So that was how people saw me, that I took my job seriously. And Timbawa off stage, táwọn Yorùbá bẹ̀rẹ̀ what do you do? I just am a musician. Kì í ṣe pé mo ka kíní kan you know.
Musicianship is a profession on its own.
Yes. You know, mo ń dilly-dally, kí lẹ́yìn ṣe mi. So, àwọn èèyàn ti mọ̀ pé Feyisara musician. So, but mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ band, it was very easy for me. But so serious. So, when I was recruiting too, they were happy to work with me.
Ṣé rántí àwọn tó join yín láti bẹ̀rẹ̀?
Níbẹ̀rẹ̀ was 2 young brothers of mine. I call them brothers. Femi Temo and Michael Olatuja, a bass player. In fact, that is how I named the band then 2FM. It was a trio. You know, Femi, Feyi, and Michael. Band. I was the band leader. I encouraged them. I was their Egbon, and then as a result, they said this to me. Then maybe things have, because they are big, top musicians now. They play with a lot of non-Nigerians. And they're doing very well. Their words were, Emila Onkokori, but Elephant and Castle Parish Lon Law. Emila Onkokori, to the Nigerian, to play drums band, to fluent. And as a result, they were encouraged to go and study jazz to retain me. And they studied jazz at University of Middlesex, got a degree, and they're doing very well now. So I'm touching very band here. So Gogon took a while to be added into the band, like I said. So we started, it was Congas lad next. And but that can what Wale Conga. On play from Egbon mi ngba, you know. Tí a bá ti lérè, wọ́n bá mi play. So eventually wọ́n bá mi play more often. You know, later mi ò fẹ́ dárúkọ àwọn orúkọ kan bí ni.
Kí ló dé fẹ́ dárúkọ?
Well, Kúnlé Ìyànlọ́wọ́ náà play fún mi gbà yẹn, you know. Later, ẹ̀gbọ́n kan wá dé sí London gbà yẹn, wọ́n pọ̀ ní Àrò. Àrò wá ní, Mr. Feyisara, you're good town people, but you might like to buy and play. You know, I will learn with you, I will grow together. Those were the best years of my band leadership. Amazing gentleman. And he's still doing well in his private life now. He's doing very well. He's a nice human being. You know, it wasn't all about money. You know, yes, of course, he needed to be paid right. But, you know, there are times where, Egbaru, when you're talking, my chairman, you know, we grew together as a band. You know, we did very well. We did a lot of gigs. Okay. You know, early 2000, right through till 2008, 9, we were busy. You know, yeah. So, Ẹ̀gbọ́n àrùn yẹn la jọ ṣiṣẹ́ for a long time.
Okay. Mo béèrè nǹkan pé báwo ló ṣe easy fún yín láti recruit àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ dàgbà ẹ ti down. No, ẹ dẹ̀ ti mention lára àwọn tó jọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ band yẹn. So, ìgbà wo lẹ turn a full juju band? Ṣé nígbà tẹ stop láti máa jókòó, láti máa play drums yẹn?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Play high life, play.
I play live. I should play well.
Till now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I play live. I should lost a different genre. But what I try to do is I'll sing the line of a popular genre and then I'll make it mine. I wouldn't do everything. I'll just maybe I'll do the chorus. So people will know that, and maybe the bass line.
Okay.
But then I'll make it mine.
Okay.
I guess for me, it's that thing where I also learned from people I've worked with, particularly Lagbaja. There's nothing wrong in singing other people's songs, but in the process of trying to sort of write your own songs and give yourself an identity, my inform, even till now, people are calling it too popular. But second, third line, I shall infuse Aramisi, I wouldn't sing it word for word all throughout.
Okay.
Because it's on cover bands now.
But you should cover band?
No, I'm not a cover band. I would sing different genre whilst I'm singing at a wedding or at a party. But it's Feyisara singing.
Okay.
All
right. She album around those years. I bet she album also.
What is she?
Melo. Can title
good question. What was it by title album? Grace.
What's it by?
Well, 2000 and so I recorded it in 2008 and I launched it 2013.
Okay. Why did you put it in?
Oju Meri ni mo wá sí Nigeria where láti wá record ní LTV8.
Okay.
Engineer
remix.
remix.
Yeah.
Engineer tó ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn jọ́nà lọ́hùn. Kàṣà máa fọ̀rọ̀ gùn. I record iṣẹ́ yẹn so mo ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba mo dẹ̀ láti padà. Mi ò lè dúró gba iṣẹ́ àṣà ti record àti lé. Mo ń padà bọ̀ next year o. Kankan ẹ tọ́jú iṣẹ́ yẹn fún mi à ń bọ̀ wá mix o. Mo dẹ̀ ń pè wọ́n every month. Pé mo ń bọ̀ but ma fi dé following year. Tí mo ti ń pè wọ́n pé mo ń bọ̀ à ń bọ̀ wá mix no problem. Àmọ́dé ni ọ̀gbẹ́ni tó wọ́n ṣáà ti sọ ṣẹ́nu ṣá.
Wọ́n lè sọ fún yín bó sọ ní gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń pè.
Tó yẹ kán ti ṣàlàyé pé má bínú iṣẹ́ yẹn ti sọnù kankan. Again, I only had 2 weeks to spare. Mo padà wá. So, akíkanjú inú mi àti jagunjagun inú mi. Okay, ṣàfẹ́ fọlọ́pàá mọ́ wọn ni.
Àti Lísà bí inú yín náà.
Ẹ ṣe jáde, ẹ gbére. Pé 2 weeks mo ní. Ṣé mo fẹ́ máa fọlọ́pàá mú yàn 2 weeks ẹni mo fẹ́ padà sílé lọ báyàwó àtọwọ́n pé mo tuntun gbé iṣẹ́ dé. So, mo kàn ṣe tún regroup àwọn tájọ ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀yin ara ṣẹ́ tá a ṣe ó sọnù ìgbà kan o. Àyẹn náà dẹ̀ tún ní torí pé new production ni wọ́n ti gbó wọn fúlì. Àṣà àṣìṣe yẹn ṣá ọlọ́tẹ̀. Àṣìṣe yẹn àtọ́ àwọn orin yẹn ṣe mọ́ nǹkan kan. So yeah. Mo ṣe lọ sí ní 2010 mo ṣe lọ sí Dallas láti lọ mix lọ́dọ̀ Fẹ́mi.
Okay, ẹgbó kí ló ń pè.
No, ẹjẹ tó ń rewind. Nígbà tí mo ṣe yẹn tán èyí tí mo lè gbà mo gbà dání.
Èyí tí ẹ lè gbà.
The long track. Wọ́n ṣáà ní wọ́n ní wọ́n send yẹn pé wọ́n play yẹn fún mi mo gbọ́.
Okay.
Mo mọ̀ pọ́n sì wà ní system wọn. Jẹ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ tún send yẹn. Ló tún di bó lọ yà mí.
Yeah, the multi-track àbí?
Multi-track. Okay. From the longest track. Eventually èèyàn kan bá mi ṣàgbà kọ̀ọ̀kan wá láti ibi ṣá. Nígbà tó tún máa dán àtúnlé, wọ́n play kò play. Mo ṣáà lọ káàkiri gbogbo àwọn studios òyìnbó tó wà ń bẹ̀. Ibi kan ṣáà ni àwọn lè work on kíkan fáwọn time. Pé kíkan gbàgbé pé mo ti fáwọn. Pé ìjọ ti bá gbá phone call kíkan máa fọkàn sí jù. So 3 months after, wọ́n bá pè mí. Yeah, is that Mr. Feyisara? Yes. I've got good news for you. What? We managed to retrieve the song from the Reels Moma Mushokweni. So mo ṣá lọ bá wọn yẹn mo gba iṣẹ́ yẹn.
US ní àbí?
No, ní London.
London.
Mo ṣe book ticket mi ní ẹ lọ bá gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ mi lọ. Mẹ́wàá àwọn iṣẹ́ kan ṣì kù lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tán ní kí n máa ṣáà máa lọ ṣáà pé wọ́n á send ẹ̀ sí wa either by you can try and send file through anyway. Mo ṣáà gbé long track yẹn lọ àti 2 other songs. I ṣe mix ẹ ní 2010.
Okay.
Ọ̀dà iṣẹ́ yẹn náà kò bá mi ní Amẹ́ríkà kí tó kù mbẹ̀. So eventually àṣà ṣe wo mix yẹn. Ṣe wá launch in 2013.
But it's launch?
London.
So ineptitude àwọn tó wà ní ibi tẹ́tí record ní ẹ̀.
Well,
kágbá kan wọn ọmọọṣẹ́ wọn ṣe wọn serious.
Kò tiẹ̀ yé mi because ẹni yẹn ló máa ń record Wasiu báyìí, ló máa ń record Pasuma. Ọgbà àwọn oníjùjú was an Igbo gentleman but that understood Yoruba music.
Okay.
But the raw aspect kò yé mi, wà á dẹ̀ sòótọ́. Mo tún dé náà tún ṣe okay, mo dẹ̀ fowó lẹ̀ fún kó fi ra disc pé kó copy iṣẹ́ yẹn sí àtòwò àti disc, but we thank God. Àti fìyẹn sẹ́yìn báyìí sí.
Ṣíṣe yẹn wà online.
Online. What I actually did was in 2022 mo wálé, mo ṣe live recording. Orin yẹn gangan.
Okay.
And that's
in studio, àbí?
Tí mo ṣe in studio yẹn.
Okay.
So album yẹn ni mo ṣe ní live.
Okay.
That has really helped. Online.
Okay.
Wọ́n lórí YouTube channel.
Okay. Kí ni YouTube channel?
Entertainer Feyisara.
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
Now,
ṣé any relationship pẹ̀lú Bọ̀dá Díà Òjó?
Oh yes. Yes. In fact, it took me so many years to find out he was much, much older.
Yeah.
Because when I say we, Femi and I sort of started out in Lagos before he came to Lagos.
Díà Òjó.
Yeah, Díà Òjó. I think the first time I sort of met him was 1985 in Ibadan.
Okay.
He met Femi Lo played in Akpene Parish. And was one of the people that were at the window looking at us. Yeah, boys, man. And yeah, we established a relationship. In fact, I think it was 10 years ago. He was much older than me.
Okay.
Very, very humble man, very talented. Extremely talented. We have a good relationship, yes.
Okay.
A very good relationship.
Ta ló tún wà ní àwọn wo ló tún ṣerú nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe ní London yẹn tẹ́ ní rapport pẹ̀lú?
I have rapport with all the musicians.
But èrò ti pọ̀ London gan sìn.
Èrò pọ̀.
Unlike ìgbà tẹ́ ṣe débẹ̀.
Unlike ìgbà tẹ́ ṣe débẹ̀.
So díẹ̀ èrò ti wá pọ̀ gan.
Èrò pọ̀.
Population explosion ti dé, so musicians pọ̀ láàrin wọn.
Absolutely.
So ó rọrùn fún yín láti ṣàkẹ́rọ̀ láàrin àwọn talking drummers gbogbo ẹ̀. Ẹni kò bá ṣàkọ́kẹ́ replace ẹ̀.
Yeah. Well, that question will get a yes answer, but I'm not like that.
Okay.
And my music, I can't just pick any talking drummer to play with me. You have to have listened to my music and my style. So, Konlewa, on to play from Lagbaja concert or no, I like people that even create whilst they're on the job.
Just like when she's about
to so to let it burn me, and we have a lot of very young Nigerians now. Don't be one si loyinbo. Don't hear me or the Nigeria. Don't do she gain gogon.
Don't do gongo.
I'm not doing gogon for me since 17.
Could then share your.
You're kidding. I love being yours. And you're John. Olu. So what about but their attitude to music is totally different. Okay. Not only would they go and listen to the job, they will respect you by making sure they learn those songs.
Okay.
Because if we were go sharing, it's like Paul McCartney pé koni ko lọ gborin òun kò dẹ̀ má gbọ́ ó dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ní iṣẹ́ yẹn. Kí ló fẹ́ play? Wàá play orin.
So akọrin ló bá wà lùlù lọ báyìí.
Wàá play orin sting sórí yẹn just because you can. If they accept it, it's wrong. So, I don't just
So your music ni allow barogudu?
No.
Allow freestyling?
No, I do allow, but...
Freestyling, I mean, kéèyàn kan play nǹkan tó wù sí. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ̀lé structure nǹkan tẹ̀ ti fi.
If you're going to play something new, you can. So there's a particular drummer that I prefer working with. Ó ti bá mi play láti kékeré when he was 13. He's one of the boys to play with Lubona boys and Nisin, and it was part of because I gave them the ground to breed and improve. Lovely wulu from Bona boy and quite a number of them. So room to what you drums or command ballet. Because all morning me, but I veer off to something else.
Okay.
So I work with people that respect my music. So I think I'm extremely fortunate to find people that have the same ideals regarding music as myself.
Bọ́dá Tóyìn Ògúnbùnmi. Bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe jẹ́ síra yín.
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi dáadáa ni o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi dáadáa. Wọ́n àti Ben Fọlárin mi ò ní gbàgbé wọn. I think but on days to Louis Mboni, I think it was 2000.
On days in Louis, on days in London, Nigeria.
On days in London, just long, you know, they were a massive addition to my music.
Okay, one playing in band.
For a very long time. Ameji, yeah. Okay. Ben Folarin was the sound engineer.
Okay.
By you know, she meeting an instrument, but dear. But 2001 more instrument to pay. So Ben came in very handy. We did the sound. We learned from each other, you know. And because of the relationship we had before I left Nigeria, it was easy. Toyin too was there. We built my music together.
Okay.
So much so, the voice Toyin Konsaba, of course, is doing a host of other things with his time. And apart from the fact that he's a family man, you know, Mishimami's voice doing in the music because we built my music together.
Vocal.
I noticed Sonny one Sabbath change out to John Corning because there's nothing like it. If you talk weeks, any more.
Okay.
But with new person, how are you going to teach them that?
It might take time.
It might take time more. Because there's story of hair. So I still miss him. You know, but yeah, a very pivotal part that they both played. Five lava beleo, you know, leo 7 matiji, my color rent van. And my dewa ba mi libe abi 30. I shall ma ko nse wala toke inu le mi. Akwasale, I load. Yes.
Kò sí oore ọ̀fẹ́ paka.
Pa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lo Nigeria.
Pa. Máa tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ rí. Kẹ́yìn náà wá paka. You know, I just load van. I ṣe wá tún drive lọ sí show. I set up.
Fúnra yín náà.
Lágbára lọ́hùn. I ṣe wá. So
àwọn speakers tí ẹ̀ ń lọ yẹn kò dàbí àwọn speakers náà.
Ó heavy. Kò ṣe kí ni.
Ó tóbi bí tàwọn ti bí náà.
Of course. You know, and we did that for years. That's why I will never forget them.
She financial reward there were being.
Wow. You know, can you call man so at the band leaders as our musicians when you, particularly if you're a musician wanting to work for a band, don't set a figure. Yes, have a figure in mind that you're going to charge, but be realistic. If you say you're going to charge me a certain amount, the band leader going. And if you don't care what I earn, you just want to earn, I'm not sure whether you will have a long-lasting career in music. Because if the focus is just money, it might work for you as a musician, but maybe when you start your own band, you would come to appreciate the challenges with that. But, you know, what we could pay at the time, I was paying them.
In the last 365 days, how many countries did you go?
Yeah. I believe social media.
I believe social media. But got a post, change social media.
In the last 365 days. Australia. Morocco. Turkey. Portugal. America, Puerto Rico, which is America again, Portugal again.
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
That's last year. And
Nigeria. Now, ṣé gbogbo àwọn countries that visit, ṣé orin ilé lọ máa ń come bẹ́ẹ̀? Abẹ́ ṣeré afẹ́ lọ.
Àwọn kan wà.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣeré afẹ́ fáwọn sọmọrí tó mọ ọjọ́ afẹ́ jù. Abẹ́ lọ ṣe MC, ṣé tí wọ́n ń gba MC?
Mo máa ń ṣe yẹn because MC yẹn lóòótọ́ làwọn colleagues wa kan nínú industry London wọ́n like idea yẹn pé bàbá orin lẹ́yìn kan tuntun wá sí eré àti wọ́n náà ẹ má bínú ohun tó yẹ kí n ti ṣe láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kí n fi yẹn kún because máa ń ṣe MC ní Yaba Tech n ti máa ń ṣe MC gan generally because iṣẹ́ wa náà we are iṣẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ni but we are singing it out, you know, and because I engage the crowd a lot, you know, and I have a way with words, so I just thought, you know, so I've done that for a while quietly, but let me put it there, you know. So I want to be in Australia. I look Korea wakone.
Okay.
Tajolo Yaba Tech, you know, one of the best 2 weeks ever on the last God knows how long, because we bought Tajolo school. We are making fascinating. I love Korea along. We bought two together. And I reminisce with boom tashi in school when I turn on so it was beautiful. But the other ones, BMC, America Molokorini, Puerto Rico Molokorini. No, Andwalong.
Okay.
Andwalong.
Now we have some Nigerians traveling abroad.
Men.
In search of golden fleece, Abi.
Greener pastures.
And somebody they be able to survive. They start playing music, which is talent on there, being skilled until now. Is it likely you come back to Nigeria to establish your band in Nigeria? Where if a band is popular in Nigeria, I would prefer that to draw long.
Well, I have been playing in Nigeria. Too much gigs similar to 2004, 2005.
Okay.
You know, not busy, but I've been playing, you know, my last gig here was 2 years ago.
Okay.
A wedding in Mende. So I have a band based in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes, it'd be nice to work a lot more here as well. Why not? But that's why it's good to have an identity. If you have an identity, you stand out, you know. So yeah, I'm sure it would happen. That will be more frequent than I have done over the years.
Are you planning it already? Or
it's been part of the workings behind the scenes. But yeah, I believe things will fall into place. You know, torí ètí mo wá iná Ọlọ́run ti fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti ṣe àwọn orin kan tuntun ṣe àwọn live recordings kan
bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wáyé
àti ṣe àti mú kúrò ńbẹ̀, you know, kọ́lọ́n dẹ̀ bá fún yín sí ládùúrà tá a gbà sí, you know, quite a few new songs táwọn èèyàn ti ń bè lọ́wọ́ mi láti jẹun pé alàgbà fún wa lórin tuntun jọ, you know, so Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti rí àwọn kìíní yẹn ṣe. So, àbúrò mi Ṣẹ́gun Adénẹ́kàn ló producer, you know, so, Manika Onyo, come and look forward. It's something not total, because the music is totally different. You know, because you parọ́ yẹn ló máa tún yàtọ̀.
Àwọn ìjọ tẹ bá.
Ṣé mo bá ṣe tó náà ni àtẹ̀tótó, you know, so, aṣá pa ogbó ẹ̀pọ̀ ṣá.
All right.
You know, so be 3-4 tracks.
Àwọn márùn-ún wo ni best juju artist?
Wrong question. Yẹn máa ń gbọ́ tẹ máa ń bèèrè àwọn èèyàn wàhálà lè ń wá yẹn.
Mi ò wá wàhálà. Opinion ti yẹn ni bí nǹkan tẹ tó resonate pẹ̀lú.
Okay, I'll say my music icons. I won't say the best.
Just give me 5.
King Sunny Ade.
1. Ẹ̀yin àti wọn ní rapport.
Màá fẹ́ ní rapport pẹ̀lú wọn.
Okay.
Torí mo máa ń try láti jó bí mo ń try ní o kò tí débẹ̀ bàbá is 78, yeah. So orí ọ̀fẹ́ táwọn ní ó yàtọ̀ wọ́n
going on 79
jẹ́sùn gbọ́rọ̀, so iṣẹ́ sì wà fáà láti ṣe. Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey, without a doubt, because start wọn la fi bẹ̀rẹ̀, you know, Sashina Peters, of course. There are 2 juju musicians that I love their energy on stage right now.
No problem. Mo ti expect me that. So ibi méjì yẹn gangan ni wọ́n dúró dé.
Tí mo respect gan, tí mo respect energy one, what they put into their work. Mega 99, àti kí mo forúkọ brother mi ṣe àti Nabi Ṣẹ́gun Nabi. I like the energy.
Okay.
I like the energy. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. They work very hard, particularly Mega. Mm-hmm. You can tell his alliance with King Sunny Ade is very obvious. You know, le baba she yoboke. You know, so when you put a lot into, I mean, we're talking juju musicians, and people that write their own songs, sing their own song mostly. Yes, those two gentlemen are doing great jobs at the moment. Okay. You know.
So finally,
yes.
Of all the photographs circulated of Lagbaja,
No.
ẹ ti má béèrè mẹ́rin ní ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀mí Ọlọ́run tó wà nínú mi sọ pé ẹ sọ pé kò sí mẹ́ ṣé ẹ̀ ní parọ́ ó yẹ náwó sókè ẹ sọ pé èmi Feyisara Akinwunmi mo sọ wípé mi ò ní parọ́ máa sọ òdodo yẹn lọ́wọ́
èmi Feyisara Akinwunmi mo sọ pé mi ò ní parọ́ lórí àgbàlẹ́tù
máa sọ òdodo kí Ọlọ́run ràn mí lọ́wọ́. Of all the photographs circulated so far táwọn yẹn sọ pé Lagbaja tẹ ẹ mọ̀ Bísádé Ológundé ṣó wà nínú kankan náà fọ́tò.
Simple answer, no.
Good. Nǹkan tí mo expect náà nìyẹn. Ẹ ṣé gan tẹ wá sí orí ètò Àgbàlẹ̀tù.
It's a pleasure.
Ọlọ́run á dá ẹ̀mí sí o.
Àmín.
Ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o.
Àmín.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ máa gbọ́ orin tuntun láti ilé agodo Entertainer Feyisara. Káwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ lọ sí orí YouTube. Yes, kàn lọ stream àwọn orin.
Yes.
Kò sí nǹkan tó kù tí mo fẹ́ béèrè tí bí a ti ṣe part 1 akọ̀fẹ́ ilé àfi ṣe physical part 2.
And it's a pleasure to see you in flesh. And to say that you're doing exploits.
Thank you so much.
You're doing great job. I respect your journalism. It's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Amen, sir.
Thank you.